Hey, hey, Henhouse Crafters, how are you today? I have a fun little craft project for you today. So I have these wood cutout houses. They're on my website, and the cutouts come two to a package. So they come in a box like this with two of them in there. And we're only going to do one of them today, but I thought instead of doing it just as a plain house, that maybe we could do something a little bit different. So my husband and I worked on some little accessory pieces for this that I think you're going to like. So I will show you. So I got these wooden nickels. There's 9 pieces to a package. I got them at Hobby Lobby. They're little tiny wooden, they call them nickels, but it's more like a $50 size. So I got those. And then I also got these shaker pegs. They come 12 to a package. So these little wooden pegs. And what I did is I stained them. This is an old yucky can from the garage, but it's a Jacko Bean by Minwax Wood Finish. So it's a really dark stain, so I stained them. And so I ended up with something, or I ended up with this. So what I thought we could do is, I got my husband to drill me a little hole right here for this little peg to fit in. So we're going to glue this little peg in this hole, add a little circle or nickel on there, and make it a birdhouse. So you have the little thing that the bird can sit on, the perch that the bird can sit on, and then this is to represent the hole where the bird can go into the house. Then what I did was I got him to cut me a couple of just little thin, small pieces of wood. And it was just some scrap wood that we had laying around. And I also stained them with that same stain. And what I thought we could do is, let me show you, something like this and make it a roof. Okay, and then on top of that, I also have this transfer that has lots of different patterns that you can put on the houses. This one is called House Patterns, just that. So you can put this one, it says family with a heart. It has like some little windows and door and heart and some more patterns. And then this one, I know it's backwards for you guys because I'm in selfie mode on my phone, but it says love makes our house a home. And then this one says home sweet home. So you have lots of varieties that you can do with these little houses, and you can decorate each side. So you get 2 houses, but you get 4 opportunities to decorate. So we're gonna do this one, and we're gonna make it a birdhouse because I want to do something a little bit different. So you guys ready for this? See, we got a few people watching. Thank y'all so much for hopping in. I appreciate it. This is gonna be a fun little craft, and I'm glad you're here. I normally do these on Sundays, but these videos, but I was out of town for spring break. I was camping with my family, and I decided I was not going to work at all while we were camping, so I didn't bring any crafts for me to make a video or anything. So I wanted to come on tonight and go ahead and get a video for you guys since I didn't come on Sunday. Okay, so you'll notice that these little lines that separate each one of the little patterns, that's the cut line. And so we're gonna start there. I'm gonna use my transfer trimmers to cut these. You can use regular scissors too, but the good thing about the transfer trimmers is that They have this nice teal coating, which is super pretty, but it's effective as well. It will resist the stickiness. If you've ever used scissors to cut tapes and things like that, and then your scissors get all sticky, that won't happen with these. So that's why we're going to use these. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down so that you can see what I'm doing, and we'll get moving right along. So while we're cutting these apart, you guys tell me, which design do you think is going to look best on our birdhouse? Which one do you like best? We've got, I guess you could call this one stripes, leaves. This is sort of a chevron. I can't remember what you call this pattern. Then we have the family, love makes our house a home, and home sweet home. Which one do you think is going to look best on a birdhouse? Got lots of options here. And then of course the next option is going to be what colors. Well, you could use any color. I mean, on my website you can find chalk in numerous colors. But tonight we're going to be using the seafoam green. It's kind of hard to tell next to that teal, but it's a seafoam green. Can you tell better there? And we're going to put it on that white surface, of course. And then we just need to figure out what pattern. So what pattern do you guys want to see on our birdhouse? Leave me a comment so I'll know which one you're voting for. I thought you guys might be starting to get bored from being stuck in the house. Have you watched all of your Netflix shows and cable shows and tired of watching TV? So this is something to get your mind off of the coronavirus and keep you entertained for a little bit. Stick with me. I don't mean to bore you here with my cutting here, but I was giving everybody a chance to also vote on what pattern they want to use. So since we're putting the little bird perch and the little hole on there, I don't think we'll use the door and windows, so I won't cut each of those out. We'll save those for whenever I make a house, a regular house, a human house, because I don't think we'll have room for them with all of that other stuff on there. All right, so those are all cut apart. And it looks like we are gonna go with this one. If anybody knows what this pattern is called, please tell me, because I do not know. I know I've seen the name of it, but I can't for the life of me think of what it is. So to get started, we are just gonna peel this transfer off of the backer paper. And if you're new to Chalk Couture, these transfers are different than stencils in that these empty spaces have a screen in them. They're not stencils. It's not just an empty space. There's actually a screen in there. So if we were going to be putting this on a chalkboard, we would use our fuzzing cloth and fuzz the back of this transfer. But because we're putting it on a wood surface, we don't really need to do that. So this is more of a screen print process than it is stenciling. So I had it over to the right a little too far. So let's try this again. Making sure I'm getting from edge to edge on my house, and then I'm just gently gonna rub over the transfer. And I'm gonna use a small squeegee and my seafoam chalk paste. I have already stirred it up. You want to make sure it's a yogurt-like consistency, and if it's too thick, you can always add a spritz of distilled water and stir it up really well. It is still good. You don't have to worry about it. Don't throw it away. Then I'm going to see if I can turn this a little bit so you can see better. I'm going to hold my squeegee a little bit at an angle like that, and I'm going to glide it across the entire transfer, not pressing down too hard, just kind of gliding, because we want it to go through the screen, but we don't want it to squish underneath the edges that are stuck down. So we're just going to go over the whole thing, making sure that the entire pattern is covered. And I'm gonna need a little bit more, I think. All right, now that we've just about gotten it covered, the next step is going to be to remove the excess. And to do that, we're going to stand up our squeegee more at a 90-degree angle and glide it across. And when you glide it across at that angle, it picks up the excess paste and you can put it right back in the jar. So you haven't wasted anything. And we're just going to do that until we've gotten all of the excess off our little birdhouse. Can't wait to see what this looks like with the roof and everything on. Okay. If you're interested in any of the products that you're seeing, just leave me a comment or send me a message and I'll get you some links. I would be happy to do that. I'm going to drop that squeegee in some water because I'm done with it. And we're going to remove this. Look at that. Can y'all see that design? That is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to have to turn it this way so I can grab a hold of it, because it is sticky and I don't want to mess up my design here. Kind of an awkward shape to hold on to. There we go. We've got it. That is beautiful. I love that soft seafoam green. It looks really nice for spring. So what do you think so far? Good choice? See how easy that was? In just a matter of seconds, we have this really nice pattern on our wood surface. And we are ready to start. I guess I can put it this way so you guys can see better. We're ready to start putting some of our pieces on, like our roof and our little birdie hole and our perch. But first, I'm going to quickly dry this so that I don't smudge it. Once it's dry, even though it's chalk, it won't smudge like regular chalk on a chalkboard. You'll be able to rub over it and not smudge anything at all. So it only takes a few seconds. I go ahead and use a warm setting, and now it's dry. So the way that you can tell it's dry, it goes from a semi-gloss to a matte finish, and you can run your hand over the top, and it does not smudge, it doesn't come off on your hands, it doesn't ruin your design. So There's lots of different ways you could attach these little wooden pieces. I'm just going to use hot glue. You could use wood glue. You could use that E6000. You could, you could probably staple it, whatever you want. But I thought for the sake of our video, the easiest thing would be to just go ahead and hot glue it. So I'm going to put a little dab on our perch and stick it down in this hole. Make sure it goes all the way down. Get my little glue string off. So now we have our little perch. Sweet as can be. And then let's see. Our little birdie hole, I think, should go just a little bit higher than the perch, I'm thinking. What do you think? Like that? That's what I'm thinking. So let's get some glue on here. Just gonna put a big old dollop of glue on there. And then squish it down. You can actually feel the heat through that little wooden nickel. Okay, does it look centered? I think it's good. So here we have our little birdie hole in our perch. We're ready to add on our roof. So what I did is I had my husband cut these pieces to where one was slightly longer than the other one, as you can see here. That way, when I put them on the roof, like this, we have the same amount hanging over the edge of the birdhouse. And I felt like that was going to be easier than trying to cut each of these at an angle so that they fit together. I'm not a woodworker, so I wanted to make it easy. And I also wanted to make it easy for any of you. I want this to be something that you could replicate at home if you wanted to. So that's another reason why I went ahead and did it that way. So now we're gonna add some glue to the roof. And I also had to make it slightly wider than the house, if you can see there, because I wanted it to hang over a little bit on the front and the back. That way I can decorate the back as well, and it still has a nice little roof on that side. So let's make sure I get this right. So I think I'll do the short one first. That way I don't have to worry about putting it in the wrong spot. So I'm just going to add some glue on here. And then I'm going to add my little roof. Squish it down. Trying to make sure I have the same amount of hangover on the front and the back. I may be off a little bit, but that's okay. Then I'm going to come add glue on the other side so that we can finish off our roof. This. And I'm just squishing it down, making sure that the glue is sticking well to both pieces. And there you have it, ladies. We have an adorable little birdhouse. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you like it? Would you make a birdhouse, or would you make just a regular house, or would you do both? I'm going to do both because, that's just me. But I wanted to do a birdhouse. I don't know why. That idea popped in my head and I thought it would be oh so cute. So I just went to Hobby Lobby and found these pieces, and then got my husband to cut these for me. stained them all the same color, and looky there. Perfect little spring decor for, you could sit it on a table or a shelf. You could probably even add it to one of those tiered trays. Lots of things that you could do with it, and I just love it. And the thing about being able to decorate both sides is that if you have it sitting, say, on a kitchen table, no matter which side of the table you're sitting on, you can still see a pretty piece. So I just love it. I hope you guys love it too. Again, if you're interested in any of the products that you've seen here today, let me know. I will get you a link, and I think this would be a really cool workshop, but the only thing is we're kind of all stuck at home right now. But I could happily ship you guys the products so that you could make them at home. And if you wanted to do like a virtual party, we could do that to where you invite your friends and I ship a kit to each of them. And then we could, you know, just do it live together. We could all get on a live video just like this, and I could walk you through and we could interact together on the live video. That would be fun. And that would be something fun to do while everybody's stuck in the house. So I know everybody's trying to figure a way out to pass the time, and you know, especially not knowing when the end of this is going to be, because we don't know. We're just hanging in there. So I hope you all are hanging in there as well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and not going too stir crazy at home. Hopefully this entertained you for just a little bit. I will be back on by Sunday, if not before, with another fun DIY project. And I hope you'll hop on too. Oh, if you're not already in my free crafting club, it's called the Hen House Crafting Club. Let me know. I'll get you a link to that. It's the place where I share all of my DIY videos and pictures, project ideas, and I really encourage everybody there in the group to do the same. And so it's just a really great place to share inspiration and ideas and bounce things off of each other. So if you need a link to get in there, just let me know and I will make it as easy as possible for you to get in there. You guys have a wonderful night and stay healthy. Bye-bye.